And one of those days in the history of Lutruwita, Tasmania, where you can ask almost anyone, where were you when? And they can tell you about January 4, 2013 on what became known as the Dunalley bushfires. They know where they were. One thing to rise from the ashes of that is a new love song, a story of hope from Bully Hay called Bushfire Moon, which is just out. Hello, Jono.
Hello. How you doing?
Do you want me to call you Bully or Jono?
You can call me Susan if you like. It's
okay.
Fine. No, Bully's fine.
Susan, do you think
Yeah.
it really is a time which is imprinted on the soul of this place?
That moment in time.
Yeah, January 2013.
Yeah, it's like you say, you remember where you were. I think I was on my mother-in-law's deck looking out in Lewisham, watching the fire on the other side of the highway with the wind blowing, thankfully, away from us, but sadly down the peninsula as it all started off, and then, it just took off from there. It was crazy.
Yeah, I was in an ABC radio studio in Launceston taking calls from people.
Yeah.
Which was an incredible privilege.
Yeah.
And I will never forget that day as long as I live.
Yeah.
People miles away watching ash fall from the sky.
It doesn't seem like that long ago, but, just a crazy time of, you realise that, the little river in Dunalley that just cuts the peninsula off. It's like the peninsula's an island because of that little channel.
Right.
And, you've got where you go over the bridge, and once it crossed over there, and the roads are all closed, and, you remember people ferrying some food and, people by boat. Yep. Everyone that had a boat was, heading down and just trying to help out. So it was a good, kind of brought the community together as well, but, yeah.
It was a lot. And there's something precious about the way Tasmanian musicians capture moments in the state identity as well, whether it's something fun like the ferry boat shuffle coming out of something horrific, or Tiffany Eckhart wrote a beautiful fire song. She wrote Fire Song after the Huon Valley fires in 2019. It was a stunner. Your dad writing Neil the Seal.
Neil
there are
the
different
Seal,
takes on the way our culture gets celebrated in music.
Yeah, that's it.
How did that end up in a tune for you?
Well, like you're saying, it was really impactful at the time, and it stuck in, the event stuck in my mind for years. And this song, I would have written maybe 2 years after the events. And it's a fictional story that I had in my head of, from the perspective of a volunteer firefighter, realising that it's out of control, like that's too far gone. It's like we got to down tools and get out of here. And all he can think about is finding his love and getting back to his lady.
Right.
And so...
no better time for your priorities become solidified in front of you than when you're in a situation like that.
Yep, that's it. So he's taken the back roads, he's taken the old roads, he's trying to find his way through to get some kind of pathway to get to her. Yeah.
Side note, if this is a distressing conversation for you and you need someone to talk to about that, Lifeline is 13 11 14, and the Red Cross also has specialist numbers that you can call. If you go to Red Cross Emergency Services, then you can find specialty information where it's a number you can call, or information sheets and stuff, if that's been a distressing conversation topic for you, on 936 ABC Radio Hobart and ABC Northern Tasmania. I'm talking about a new Bully Hay song called Bushfire Moon with Susan, who's written it. Do you find there is a real... I'm not going to let that go. Do you find there's a real sense of place in a lot of music that you write?
Absolutely, yeah. I think I'm maybe a sixth generation Tasmanian, so it's, I'm usually drawing inspiration from the coast and water and the elements. So, a lot of my songwriting happened down at Saltwater River, but I reference Southport in a few songs, and... and the East Coast holds a lovely spot in my heart. So I visualise those areas a lot when I write. So,
do you know how far back in those generations the music goes to?
Oh, no. No. As far back as I'm told, is one of my ancestors standing on his head in one of the pubs in Salamanca and sculling a beer. I don't know if he was a musician or not.
I mean, he was clearly a poet.
Yeah.
Have you tried that?
I have. It didn't work out very well.
Was it the handstand or the beer that was the problem?
No, I can do a handstand. I just don't think I can drink upside down. Not for lack of trying.
I mean, it's in your genes, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
It's somewhere in there. You might be able to unlock that ancestry.
Yeah, I'll try. I can keep trying.
With enough work, maybe some hypnotism or therapy of some kind.
We'll draw something out there.
You've finished your album. This is your first Bully Hay album.
This is it, yep. This is the debut.
Black Dogs and Songbirds, it's called. Once you collated all the songs and put them down as an album, did you notice themes in it you didn't realise were there?
Yes. And it probably happens with nearly every song. It's just the way that I write. I tend to be all about the music first. It's melody first and foremost. It's got to the music has to grab me before any words are even formed.
Yeah, right.
And I tend to, some people write, get a pen and paper and just start writing and a poem or something, and then they match the music to it, and I kind of do it the other way. And I'll pretty much have a song structured out musically, and then I'm kind of humming a melody, maybe a chorus forms, and then it just kind of blossoms out from there. And I don't even know what I'm writing about most of the time until I've finished it and look back at the page, and it's kind of, oh, that's what it means, So, and
it's a bit like Paul McCartney writing Yesterday, where it was scrambled eggs, wasn't it? At first he woke up and it was just scrambled eggs until he eventually put words to the tune.
That's it. And sometimes it's done with purpose, but most of the time that's how they come out, and the meaning makes itself clear, and sometimes that's not what I was thinking, so yeah. But like therapy sometimes. Yeah, it's straight from the subconscious. So yeah, you never know what you're going to get until it comes out.
Bully Hay on evenings on 936 ABC Radio Hobart and ABC Northern Tasmania. Your promoter, by the way, I don't think you've seen the email they sent out.
No.
Described the sounds as influenced by, quote, Paul Kelly, Bruce Springsteen and Eddie Vedder. What do you think of that list?
Oh, that's a bit of a mishmash, yeah.
I thought, lovely compliment.
Well, yeah, I mean, I love all of those guys.
Right?
It's kind of like a... you're a product of your own experience. You just, you are what you experience. And Paul Kelly, that's kind of storytelling, songwriting. I've been subjected to that my whole life, like from my dad, and then as an adult, getting right into his music. But same with Bruce Springsteen. It's like he's like the American storyteller. And Eddie Vedder, I was a huge Pearl Jam fan growing up, and I've always stuck with his stuff and really getting into his solo stuff a lot at the moment as well.
Okay, so she nailed it.
She nailed it, yeah. So, yeah. But it's funny how this one turned out, because it's turned out to be quite a country sounding song, and I never kind of thought of myself as a country artist at all.
You're going to have to get a hat now?
Well, yeah, we'll be up at Tamworth at some point having a go.
Come on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Come on.
Denny Ute muster, bring it on.
Oh, you wouldn't regret it.
I don't reckon.
You wouldn't.
I would
You might learn some things about life.
I reckon I would,
but...
yeah. But, it's more of a kind of Australiana, Aussie rock kind of sound, but... I had a couple
Sticked in some Tasmanian salt water.
Yeah, that's it. And but I had Casey Chambers, bass player, played the bass on this one, and artist up in Sunshine Coast, Hellhound Brown, had played some slide guitar on there, and once he did that, it just became full country. And Jeff Martin from the Tea Party is playing some Fender kind of Telecaster B-bendery lines on there, just in there as well.
What did it mean to you to have Jeff Martin as such a big player in this record?
Oh, it's unreal for me, because I'm a huge Tea Party fan since I was probably 14. So getting the chance to have him produce the record, I mean, he offered to, he kind of asked me, could we do this? And I was like, yes, we can.
How cool did you try and play it?
Cool.
I'll have a think about
cool
it
enough until I could leave the room and have a mild panic attack. I was like freaking out, but absolutely unreal. Like being in the studio with him and his like production genius. Like I love the way he layers his songs, and having his kind of touch on that album's just elevated everything. So it's huge for me.
Here is the brand new single, and the full album is out on the 30th of this month. Bully Hay, a.k.a. John O'Coleman, a.k.a. Susan. This is the latest single, Bushfire Moon, from Black Dogs and Songbirds.
They said it's never over if you're standing tall, so stand up straight. Would you hold me up? I'm alive, but I'm dead inside. I'm taking the old road tonight to find my love under a bushfire moon. I'll find my love under a bushfire moon. Was it a change of direction of wind and fire? The pull of the moon affecting the tide? Was it her straight, locked with mine? I knew then like I know now. I'm taking the old road tonight to find my love under a bushfire moon. I'll find my love under a bushfire moon. I'll find my love under a bushfire moon. Please don't take me for a fool. 'Cause these situations I get myself into. I can't hold back, I don't believe in fate. If I don't move now, I feel this crushing weight of what could not be if I came too late. So I'm taking the old road tonight. As you call my name in your distant way, I'm taking the old road tonight. There's so many